Assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome to my channel Sunrise English Academy. আজকের টপিক হচ্ছে অনার্স ফার্স্ট ইয়ারের ইন্ট্রোডাকশন টু পোর্স এর সকল ব্রিফ কোশ্চেনের অ্যান্সার। 1. When did the Battle of Gettysburg take place? Answer. The Battle of Gettysburg took place from July 1 to July 3, 1863. 2. From whom did Rabindranath Tagore receive the knighthood? Answer. He received his knighthood from the British King George V. 3. What does Bacon suggest for a man whose mind wanders? Answer. Bacon suggested that the man whose mind wanders should study mathematics. 4. Who did the elephant kill? Answer. A black Dravidian coolie. 5. What was Martin Luther King's dream? Answer. His dream was racial equality. 6. On what excuse did the lady guest drink champagne? Answer. She drank champagne on the excuse that her doctor would not let her drink anything without champagne. 8. What did Mandela promise in his inauguration? Answer. Mandela promised to obey and uphold the Constitution and to devote himself to the well-being of the Republic and its people. 9. What was the feeling of the narrator when he left Araby? Answer. When the narrator left Araby, he felt humiliated, humbled, anguished, and angry. There and the cat found symbolize. Answer. The cat desire is the symbol of the desire for freedom, and the cat found is the symbol of baby. 11. Who had the garage key and where did he keep it? Answer. The driver had the key and he hung it from a nail on the wall under his work shirt. 12. What is criticized in the story The Garden Party? Answer. The class distinction prevailed in the contemporary society is criticized in the story. Studies are for giving pleasure in the circulation of private life, for decorating conversation, and for enhancing abilities. 2. When did the Jallianwala Bagh massacre take place? Answer. In 13 April 1919. 3. Who is called Madiba? Answer. Nelson Mandela is called Madiba. 4. When was the speech I Have a Dream delivered? Answer. In 28 August 1963. 5. What is the real name of George Eliot? Answer. Mary Ann Evans. 6. Who is Jehovah? Answer. Jehovah is the name of God of the Old Testament as translated from the Hebrew consonants YHVH. 7. What is the real name of O. Henry? Answer. William Sidney Porter. 8. What does Araby stands for? Answer. Araby stands for an ideal of romance and beauty. 9. Name the games the children play in games at twilight. Answer. Hide and seek and funeral game. 10. Why did Laura want to stop the party? Answer. Laura wanted to stop the party as Mr. Scott, one of their neighbors, died in an accident. 11. What is gatto? Answer. Gatto is an Italian word. The English for the word is cat. 12. How did the Burmese express their hatred towards the Europeans? Answer. The Burmese expressed their hatred towards the European by humiliating them when they would get a chance. 2017 সাল. 1. Where did the author meet the lady for the second time? Answer. In theater. 2. Who was Madame Safroni? Answer. Owner of hair shop. 3. Who brought the news of Scott's death? Answer. Godbars brought the news. 4. When did Martin Luther King deliver his speech I Have a Dream? Answer. 28 August 1963. 5. What tickled the back of Ravi's neck? Answer. An insect, most probably a spider. 6. What does the cat stand for? Answer. The cat stands for a child that the woman desperately desired to have. 7. What does the term aphorism mean? Answer. An aphorism is a literary device that uses a short, clever saying to express a general truth. 8. What is an epiphora? Answer. An epiphora is a rhetorical term meaning the repetition of a word or phrase at the end of several clauses. 9. What is knighthood? Answer. Knighthood is an honorary title granted to a person by a monarch or other political leader for service to the monarch or country. 10. How long did the elephant take to die after being shot? Answer. That elephant took half an hour to die after being shot. 11. What is an analogy? Answer. An analogy is a figure of speech in which there is the repetition of the same word or phrase at the beginning of successive clauses. 12. What, according to Mandela, is the greatest wealth of South America? Answer. According to Mandela, the greatest wealth of South America is its people finer and truer than the purest diamond. 1. What does Martin Luther King Jr. mean by the phrase long night of captivity? Answer. By the phrase Martin Luther means the sufferings for long time because of racial discrimination. 2. When was Nelson Mandela awarded Nobel Peace Prize? Answer. In 1993. 3. Why did panic size the writer during the luncheon? Answer. The panic sized the writer during the luncheon because he was worried about whether he had enough money to pay the bill. 4. What, according to Abraham Lincoln, is the duty of living? Answer. According to Lincoln, should devote themselves to the making of the nation. They are to dedicate themselves to finish the unfinished tasks left by death in civil war. 5. What were the two possessions in which Jim and Della took a mighty pride? Answer. The two proud possessions of Jim and Della are Jim's gold watch, and which has been inherited from his fourth father, and Della's beautiful hair. 6. What do you understand by the word imperialism? Answer. Imperialism is a system in which a country rules other countries, sometimes having used force to obtain power over them. 7. Why, according to Bacon, do crafty men scorn studies? Answer. Crafty men scorn studies because they consider studies useless. 8. What are the names of the children in Games at Twilight? Answer. Rabi, Raghu, Mira, and Manu. 9. How is George portrayed as a husband in the short story Cat in the Rain? Answer. George is depicted as very uncaring husband who is totally indifferent to his wife's needs and desire. 10. Who is Mr. Sheridan? Answer. The mother of Laura. 11. What books did the narrator find in his house in the story Arabi? Answer. The books found by the narrator in his house were the Avod by Walter. The Devot communicate the memories of Biduk. 12. Why did Silas leave his native town? Answer. Silas left his own village because of the betrayal of his friend William Dunn. 1. What does the elephant symbolize in the essay Shooting an Elephant? Answer. The elephant as depicted symbolizes the British Empire. 2. Who was the football champion in the story Games at Twilight? Answer. Raghu. 3. What does the cat stand for in the short story Cat in the Rain? Answer. Cat stands for a child that the woman desperately desires to have. 4. What type of writings is Gettysburg Address? Answer. The Gettysburg Address is definitely prose, but it contains elements of poetry as well. 5. What is the momentous decree as referred to by Martin Luther King in his speech I Have a Dream? The momentous decree is referred the Emancipation Proclamation issued by Abraham Lincoln, President of America in 1863. 6. How did the Anglo-Indian papers react to the Jallianwala Bagh massacre? Answer. To the utter dismay and shock of the Indian people, the Anglo-Indian papers praised the calumnies, the brutal, the killing of innocent people at Jallianwala Bagh. 7. What is the name of Mandela's political party? Answer. The African National Congress. 8. Who are the Magi? Answer. The Magi are the three wise men from the east who, under the guidance of a polystar, brought offering to the infant Jesus Christ. 9. What is aphorism? Answer. Aphorism is a literary device that uses a short, clever saying to express a general truth. 10. What does Silas inherit from his mother? Answer. Silas inherits his mother's knowledge of medicinal. 11. Who was Madame Safroni? Answer. The owner of hair shop. 12. How did the lady flatter the young writer? Answer. The lady flattered the young writer by pricing one of his book highly. 2020 সাল. 1. Whom did the elephant kill? Answer. The elephant killed a cunning coolie. 2. What was the occasion of Gettysburg Address? Answer. Abraham Lincoln, along with other people gathered at Gettysburg to dedicate a portion of land for the martyred soldier who died for the country. 3. Who was Lord Chelmsford? Answer. Chelmsford was the then Viceroy of India. Rabindranath wrote a letter to him rejecting knighthood. 4. How many items of food did the lady guest take? Answer. The lady guest took 6 items of food and drink: caviar, asparagus, ice cream, coffee, champagne, and a peach. 5. Who is a great American man mentioned by Martin Luther King Jr.? Answer. He is talking about Abraham Lincoln. 6. What is the meaning of Avante Studia in Morse? Answer. It is a Latin phrase meaning studies influence character. 7. How did Laura react to the news of Scott's death? Answer. Laura was shocked and full of sympathy, so she wanted to cancel the garden party. 8. What is the setting of the story Araby? Answer. The story of Araby is set in Dublin, Ireland. The protagonist is a teenage boy. He fell in love with Manga's sister. Mangan was his friend. 9. Where did Mandela spend the night after his release from prison? Answer. He spent the first night at Archbishop Tutu's residence in Bishop Court. 10. Who are the biological parents of AP? Answer. Godfrey and Molly are the biological parents. 11. Why does Nancy refuse so long to adopt AP? Answer. Nancy thinks that trying to adopt because you cannot have your own children is trying to interfere in God's providence. 12. What did the maid bring for Signora? Answer. The maid brought a big tortoise shell cat for the Signora.